Everyone, welcome to the latest episode of the RCS Vivid View. We're so excited to be here. Lauren, how you feeling?
Feeling good, thank you.
It's been a while.
Yeah, we missed last month our episode.
Yeah.
We're busy with the gala, but now we're back. We're excited for Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
Yes, a big month for us to see Lauren in her purple.
I
left my scarf at home, and I ran out of nail polish, so I couldn't use that. But we're really excited. I mean, this is a big month, not only for us, for the entire country, not necessarily for the right reasons. Unfortunately, we have so many people who are suffering from domestic abuse, whether it be emotional, physical, verbal, I mean, you name it. It's all types of abuse happening in our community. And unfortunately, it's underreported. Just not enough people bring it to the forefront. And I know for me, I've had my own issues in the past, particularly as it relates to bullying. And I know, Lauren, for you, you've had some of your own situations in your past, and you mind sharing a little bit about kind of what happened? And
I don't mind. As Kirk had mentioned, it's not just physical for domestic violence. It's also emotional and mental abuse that happens day in and day out. When I was younger, my early 20s, I met this great guy, and the first 6 months was perfect. I'm like, oh my goodness, he's so great.
Right.
And then he never touched me or anything like that, but the mental abuse, the verbal abuse that started happening, it took a serious toll on it, and it changed my life for a while until I left.
Well, the thing about abuse is really about control. And I know that as far as I know in my life, it's kind of like two stories that are written about us, the one that others write and the one that we write. And too often the story that others write about us comes down to their control over us, and we let others sort of determine who we are, whether or not we believe in ourselves or not, too fat, too skinny, too black, too brown, too white, too poor, too rich, too whatever. We let other people decide for us who we're going to be. And all too often, when we hear that stuff, we look in the mirror and we believe it ourselves, and we start to put ourselves down. And I can say in my situation, growing up, I was bullied for many years as a kid, as a young boy. And I can remember probably at age 8, not really liking my life, liking myself, liking my situation, even to the point of ready to commit suicide because I hated myself that much. And when I looked in the mirror, I was disgusted with who I saw. And only by the grace of God and the support of others around me, over the years that turned around, and I began to believe in myself and started to write my own story. And if we had a message for people who are dealing with domestic violence, bullying, or any kind of abuse, you can take control, and there is a way out. And there is more to you than what that person is saying or trying to get you to believe. And you don't have to be that. You don't have to be a victim. And you have the power to write your own story. And you got to know that we're praying for you, and we're hoping all the best for you, and just be encouraged and know that there's people out there that really love you, and you're not alone. You may feel that way, but you're not alone. And so again, this month is really about domestic violence awareness and make sure people know that it's happening. I don't know, Lauren. I mean, I think when you went through that situation, what kept you from bringing it to the forefront? What sort of kept you in that relationship for as long as you were?
Yeah, I didn't tell anyone until years later what had happened in the situation.
Why? Why did it take you so long?
Because I didn't want to have any sort of drama. I kind of kept it. I didn't want it to be any stigma against me.
Or be embarrassed.
And be embarrassed that I had let a man talk to me in such a way. Because, I like to pride myself on being at least now a more strong, independent woman.
Right.
But back then, it's like that. It's nothing, this couldn't happen to me. But it can happen to anyone, and it could have gotten worse. And I'm blessed it didn't happen. Nothing worse happened, but it was a difficult situation. And
well, I know here at RCS, what we do is, again, every day we're helping survivors, men, women, and children that are dealing with all types of abuse. And we do know that bullying is a huge issue in our community, in our schools, even in our workplaces. You can have bullies at work, and so no one has a right to bully you, and no one deserves to be bullied. And so we work very hard here at RCS to try to put our community in the best position possible. And we couldn't do that work without the support of incredible volunteers, selfless volunteers, and generous donors who support us to do our work day in and day out. RCS would be impossible without these people and without their support. And so we have a very special guest here today who really is the quintessential example, and she personifies leadership, commitment, selfless service, determination when it comes to volunteering and supporting RCS financially, giving of her time and her talent, and you name it. If you know anything about Devin Pappas, once she gets her mind focused on something, get out of the way, because she's going to commit herself to it all the way to the end. And so, well, that's Devin. Devin, would you join us? Devin Pappas, ladies and gentlemen. And she is an incredible volunteer and really passionate about helping RCS and helping the Haven in particular. Has really done some great work. She's also the advisory committee chair at the Haven, which I know that can be a difficult job at times. And so Devin, we just wanted to kind of know, like why RCS? Like why get involved in the first place?
Well, first of all, thank you for that introduction. But yeah, I am pretty, once I get focused, right? Mm-hmm. Why RCS? When I moved here 7 years ago, I knew I wanted to make a meaningful contribution to the community somehow. And I've always had a passion and desire to empower women. So I heard about RCS and I was like, and then I heard about the shelter. And I was like, I really want to get involved. So I went through your excellent core training program. Great training program, you guys. It prepares you to work with the women in the shelter, and there's also a division that helps you in the court. And I just really wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah, we're glad. I mean, you're incredible. Really, you are a true blessing to us, and always looking dapper. I've never seen you on a bad day. Do you have a bad day when it comes to dressing up? Do you ever have a bad clothing day?
Of course not.
No, she's Queen Fashionista over here.
Right.
The queen.
Right.
Well, you know what? Can I tell you something about that? It's all about self-esteem.
Yeah.
And that's what I teach the girls.
Yeah.
When you feel bad, go put that makeup on. Go get dressed up because it boosts your self-esteem up a little bit.
That's
so
true.
that is actually part of the program.
Right.
So no, to answer.
And Devin, I have a question for you.
Sure.
If someone was to be interested in getting involved with volunteering at the Haven, what would you have? What advice would you have for them?
First of all, if anyone out there is looking to make a difference in someone's life and they want to change the world one family at a time, this is definitely the place to do that. So I would tell them to go on their website, to contact you directly, to get into volunteerism, because we need volunteers. We need them in the shelter and the court. But if you want to make a difference in lives and possibly save lives, this is definitely the place to be.
Yeah, appreciate that. It's awesome.
Yeah, and you can go to our website to volunteer. It's www.rcspinellas.org.
All right, and we also have an event coming up. I know we have the forum, that's one.
Yes, and we also have the Faces Luncheon.
Yeah.
So the Haven Forum, which will be October 23rd, Tuesday from 12 to 1. It will be at our Outreach Center. This is a great opportunity if you have a passion for domestic violence awareness, for the Haven, for RCS in general. If you want to know what's kind of going on, what we are doing behind the scenes, we're going to have a Q&A with President and CEO Kirk Smith right over here. We're going to have free lunch. If you would like to get involved, you can again contact us or go to our website or our Facebook page.
And also, I want to mention Lauren. She really gets excited about free lunches. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, you can tell.
Sorry about that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I digress. Sorry.
Anything with free food, I'm there. But we also have the Faces Luncheon next week, which we're super excited about. Do you want to explain?
Yeah, well, I'll let Devin talk about it, but Devin actually is, again, our chairperson for our advisory committee that was responsible for putting the Faces of Domestic Violence Luncheon together. And we are excited. That's going to be next Tuesday on October 16th. Devin, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. It's next Tuesday at the Trinity Greek Orthodox Church. It's sold out.
Wow.
It's pretty exciting. It's sold out at 300. And it's going to be a little different this year. We're going to have, some pretty powerful speakers, as we always do. Mm-hmm. But we're having raffles this year, and we're doing a lot of meet and greet. It's just going to be a nice surprise.
Our MC. About MC.
Oh, Wendy Ryan is going to be there. Yeah, she's going to be our MC. I thought he was talking about you. And then Kirk is the co-MC. So, but No, it's going to be great. There's going to be hot foods,
Yeah.
village inn pies. There
Wow.
we go. To me, it's all about the
Yeah.
chocolate.
Dessert,
Yeah,
yes.
I
It's
know.
gonna be a
But
great
it's
day.
going to be great, and everyone that's coming, thank you. If you can't come, you know, if you want to go online, we can still take donations,
Oh,
of
yeah,
course,
absolutely.
and save it for next year. Don't let it sell out. Get your tickets early.
Right. That's right. Yep.
Yeah, so if you want to get involved next year, you know, follow us on Facebook at RCS Pinellas or our Twitter, RCS Pinellas. You can follow what Kirk is doing each and every day. But go to www.rcspinellas.org and you can find out what is happening every day at RCS, as well as our Facebook page. And if you are in need of help or you are going through something, please don't be in this alone.
Right. That's right.
We have an outreach center, which I can give you the number, which is 727-441-2029. Again, 727-441-2029. And our 24/7 emergency hotline is 727-442-4128. And that number again is 727-442-4128.
And also, just remember to wear purple all month.
Yes.
And we want to encourage you all to stay vivid.
Stay vivid.